Hello, my friends on YouTube. This is Spencer Lee, Film slash World Guy, right back here again. And well, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Pixar short films because I haven't really made a video talking about the short films in a while that much. I mean, I mention them sometimes when Steph and I do the Pixar movies on Movie Talk. Steph and I did the Steph and I when Steph and I do the Pixar, some of the Pixar movies on Movie Talk, but I haven't talked about them, in a full length video until now. Plus, I did read the Mater and the Ghostlight book to y'all, as y'all know, the Mater and the Ghostlight book. So yeah, if you guys don't know what the short films are, they're basically Pixar got started on making short films and commercial brands, like for propaganda and for lifesavers and for lifesavers gummies. So yeah, Pixar got started making commercial animation for commercials and animation short films. Pixar was originally part of the Lucas Graphics division, um, part of Lucasfilm. When they created when this guy right here, John Lasseter created his first ever short film. That of course being The Adventures of Andre and Wally B. The Adventures of Andre and Wally B. Which this awesome short film, being very short, I mean, it's like only like 5 minutes long. The Adventures of Andre and Wallaby, it it was released back back in back in 1984. 1984 is when this awesome short film was released. Never mind that in the background, y'all. Sorry. Um. So yeah, the Adventures of Andre and Wallaby, not the Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, even though that's a good movie. But no, The Adventures of Andre and Wally-B, The Adventures of Andre and Wally-B came out in 1984. This short film right here, as you can see by this little poster right here. So yeah, so that was technically Pixar's first short, but then they released, but then they released, but then they released, then they thought, excuse me, then they thought, what if, let's do a short film that says who we are. So, and one time, John Lasseter was just playing around with a desk lamp, and acting like it was alive. And out of that grew the idea of their next short film, that of course being Lotso Jr. Yeah, Lotso Jr. Great short film. Like I said, it's a great short film. It's what got Pixar its name and their mascot. That's why if you look at this Pixar logo right here, you see Lotso Jr. in the eye. So it came from this short film known as Lotso Jr. And Lotso Jr. was released in 1986. And something else that I forgot to mention when I was talking about the Adventures of Andre and Wally B is that um is that some of these earlier Pixar shorts were they were shown at a convention called SIGGRAPH way back when. But anyway, Lotso Jr., back to Lotso Jr. a little bit, which was shown at SIGGRAPH, as as well as the Adventures of the Adventures of Andre and Wallaby. But anyway, um, also Lotso Jr. is basically, um, Lotso Jr. was basically, Lotso Jr. was basically, it was basically about, it's basically about two, sorry y'all, it's basically about two desk lamps bouncing on a ball, and that ball is yellow with a red star on it with a blue stripe. That's why that ball, usually you get to see that ball usually in other Pixar movies and shorts. And I forgot to tell y'all what the Adventures of Andre and Wally is about. It's about a little boy who wakes up in the forest, and I gotta be honest with you guys, that forest painting reminds me so much of the lanyards that you usually see at Subway restaurants. Don't know why, just does. But anyway, the boy waits in the adventures of Andre and Wallaby. A boy wakes up to see a bee, Wally B, and eventually gets stung. Spoiler alert. But both of these two shorts, The Adventures of Andre and Wallaby and Lotso Jr., are both great shorts. Both great shorts. You guys know me with this video, so yeah, both great shorts. With Lotso Jr., it was originally shown back in theaters back in 1999, and it was attached to Toy Story 2. The Toy Story 2. Hold on a second, y'all. So yeah, and by the way, if you guys are wondering, what is the name of the boy in The Adventures of Andre and Wallaby, well, Andre. That's his name, Andre. And in the Lotso Jr. short, excuse me, y'all. And in the Lotso Jr. short, the parent lamp is named Lotso Sr., but of course the baby lamp is named Lotso Jr. The idea of the baby lamp came from when animator Tom Porter brought over his son, who was a baby at the time, named Spencer. Pretty interesting name if you ask me. But anyway, so John Lasseter, the creator of this short, basically looked at the baby and thought his head was so huge compared to the rest of the body, and he started wondering what would a baby lamp look like. So out of that grew what we see now with Lotso Jr. in both the short film and again the logo of Pixar Animation Studios. But their third short film, hold on a second, y'all. For their next short film that was released at SIGGRAPH again. Their next short film back in 1987 was Red's Dream. Red's Dream, this one. Now what's Red's Dream about? Red's Dream is, well, it's a unicycle named Red, who dreams about becoming rode on by Lumpy the clown. And we basically go inside Red's mind, and he's basically dreaming. Hence the name Red's Dream. Now, one time, John Lasseter just wanted to do something with a sad ending, and so, I mean, it is kind of sad in a way. I mean, it's a great short film. Red's Dream is a great short film. Don't get me wrong, you guys. I mean, I love all these short films, so I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't. Well, you guys know what I mean. I still love the short films, even if I didn't make this video, but still. But as for Red's Dream, you also get to see one time John Lasseter was playing around with a price tag, and yeah, and basically, like I said, he just wanted to do something with a sad ending. Which, if you guys seen Red's Dream, let me know down in the comment section down below. Let me know if y'all thought it was sad or not. So yeah, so that was Red's Dream. So yeah, that was Red's Dream. Then their next short. Hold on a second, y'all. So yeah, y'all. That's what Red's Dream is about. It's about a unicycle, and he's in a bike shop. I almost forgot to tell you guys that. Red, the bicycle in this short film, is at a bike shop, and we go inside his mind, and he dreams about being rode on in a circus act with Lumpy the clown, like I said. So yeah, that was Red's Dream. And I know a lot of people get freaked out by clowns and all that jazz, but I don't find them that creepy. I mean, they're not the most settling people, not the most settling creatures to look at, but they still, I don't know. I mean, they can be kind of cool, like Lumpy the clown in this short film, Red's Dream. So yeah, as for their next short film, Pixar's next short film, Red's Dream was an awesome short film, by the way, y'all. As for their next short film, as for their next short film, released in released in 1988, and it is called Tin Toy. Now, Tin Toy is yet again another awesome short film. It's very awesome, and it came from the idea that John Lasseter had from watching home videos of his nephew playing with his toys. Everything that his nephew picked up went into his mouth, and he slobbered on it. And he thought that it was so cute. But imagine being a toy in the hands of a baby. That baby's like a monster. He said. I mean, of course, this short film, Tin Toy, has a reference to one of my favorite game shows in it. That being The Price is Right. I know it's very minimal, but if you hear it very close, that you can hear Price is Right. But anyway, in Tin Toy, it's about an old one man band toy named Tinny, who encounters a baby named Billy. Now, just like Lumpy the Clown from the previous short, Red's Dream, a lot of people are also are also creeped out by by Billy from Tin Toy. Which again, this doesn't creep me out. So yeah, but the most important thing that Tin Toy did is plant in the Pixar executives' heads the idea of toys being alive. They wanted to do a Tin Toy Christmas special, but then they thought that they'd gone from commercials to short films and they just said, "Oh, forget about that. Make a full-length feature film," and that's what happened. Because Tin Toy, like I said, planted in the Pixar executive's head the idea of toys being alive. And out of that grew everyone's, of course, a timeless classic we all know and love from 1995, and of course being, you guessed it, Toy Story. Toy Story. Which is a phenomenal movie, as you guys know. But yeah, Tin Toy, the short film that we're talking about, is basically, like I said, it's about an old one band toy named Tinny, who encounters a baby named Billy. Basically, it's the toy's point of view of what a baby's like. And basically, if you have hold on a second, y'all. Basically, if you have the 2001 DVD of the original Toy Story, the only bonus feature that you can call a bonus feature that you'll get on this DVD is the Pixar short film Tin Toy. It was also on the 2000 Walt Disney Gold Classic Edition VHS of Toy Story as well. Before the movie will start, the Tin Toy short will begin, and then it will be the movie. Toy Story, obviously. So yeah, of course you guys know me with this stuff. So yeah, great movie still. Great movie still. So yeah, y'all, if you guys have the DVD Toy Story that I just showed y'all, or the Walt Disney uh, Gold Classic VHS of the original Toy Story from 2000, then you'll be able to see the Tin Toy short there. Of course, all these shorts are available on Disney Plus as well. But yeah, now you might be thinking, Spencer, what is Pixar's next short film? Now, Pixar's next short film after Tin Toy didn't really come out until before Toy Story, 6 years before Toy Story, in fact. And that will be, of course, my favorite short film by Pixar, as much as I love them all. That, of course, being Knick Knack. So yeah, this short film, Knick Knack, is about a snowman named Nick we have this whole group of knickknacks, and most of them, except for Nick, are all summer themed. When Nick is a snowman, basically winter themed, and he's trying to get with this girl, and he keeps on failing, trying to get out of his snow globe. So yeah, this short film, Knick Knack, was originally released in 1989. In 1989. Let me recheck that. So yeah, Knick Knack was originally released in 1989. That will be 6 years before Toy Story. But then it was re-released in theaters back in 2003 to be shown in front of Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo. And it was in 2006 when Disney re-released the Tim Burton film, The Nightmare Before Christmas. It was also played in front of that 3D re-release as well. Because Knick Knack was basically Pixar's first ever film or short film to be shot in stereoscopic 3D, however you say it. So yeah, I mean, it's a great short film. Like I said, it's my favorite out of the short films, as much as I love them all. So yeah, awesome short film. Also, for the next short film that they did, and also Knick Knack and Tin Toy and Res Dream and Lotso Jr. and I think the Adventures of Andre and Wally B. The Adventures of Andre and Wally B. Both, all of those shorts were premiered at SIGGRAPHS, and they're all awesome, obviously, for me. But for their next short film, the next short film we're going to be talking about in this video, that is, of course, being Jinry's Game, or Gurgi's Game, however you want to play it, which is a very good short film. Basically, in this short film, it's basically about an old man named Jerry, who who's playing chess with himself. So yeah. Jinry's Game is basically about an old man named Jerry who plays chess with himself in a nice autumn setting. It's a great short film, and you can actually see the Jerry as the toy cleaner who fixes Woody in Toy Story 2. And you can also see some chess pieces in that same scene in Toy Story 2 as well. But Jinry's Game, the short film Jinry's Game that we're talking about now in this video, originally came out in 1997, and it was shown in the let me recheck that. And Jinry's Game, basically, it originally came out in the year of 1997, but it was shown in theaters in 1998. If I said that this short film came out in 1987, I meant to say it came out in 1997. 1997. But it was originally shown. But it originally came out in 1997, but then it was shown in theaters in 1998 because it was attached to Pixar's second ever film, that of course being A Bug's Life, which is a great film, of course. A Bug's Life. This will start a tradition to have every single Pixar film, except for now, every single Pixar film to have at least a short film attached to it. So it all started with a little bug known as A Bug's Life. Well, A Bug's Life is Pixar's second feature film after the massive success that will be in Toy Story, of course, and of course, Toy Story, when it was originally in theaters, it did have a short film attached to it, but Pixar did not make it. And that short film is the Who Framed Roger Rabbit short film, that of course being the Roller Coaster Rabbit, which is my favorite out of the Roger Rabbit short films. So basically, A Bug's Life is the first Pixar film to have an official Pixar short played in front of it. So yeah, the next short film we're going to be talking. Hold on a second now. The next short film we're going to be talking about is my second favorite short film by Pixar. That of course being For the Birds. Now, For the Birds, it's about rest in peace to the director of this short film. I'll put his name right here, Ralph Eggleston. I want to say I'll put his name right here. Rest in peace to him. Anyway, so For the Birds is about a group of birds who just want to sit down on a telephone wire, and this big bird comes out and wants to join them. And the little birds, the little chickies, make fun of him. You can also see these birds in two, coming up on three Pixar films. Excuse me. You can see them in their 2006 film Cars, in the Life is a Highway sequence. Excuse me. And you can also see them in their summer 2015 film, that of course being Inside Out. And you can see the birds from For the Birds when Riley and her parents are moving to San Francisco. But Pixar's next movie, that being Hoppers, if you watch the new trailer that Seth and I reacted to, then you can last month, that is, then you can see the birds, the birds from For the Birds are at the birds from For the Birds are also in that, are going to be in that movie as well, Hoppers. So yeah, I mean, For the Birds, and then of course For the Birds was released it originally came out in 2000, but then it was released in 2000 in theaters in 2001, and it was attached to Monsters Incorporated. Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. So yeah. And of course, on the Monsters Inc. DVD and VHS, they all, and of course the Blu-ray, of course, but that came later down the road. On September 17th, 2002, when Monsters Inc. was released to DVD and VHS for the first time, it included another short film. That, of course, being Mike's New Car. Mike's New Car. Now, Mike's New Car is a short film that is actually supposed to be a scene from the movie Monsters Inc., but they cut it out and decided to put it on the VHS and DVD release of the movie. I'm guessing because of pacing issues. I don't know. Leave it down in the comment section if y'all know. But anyway, so yeah, Mike's New Car. Awesome short film. I love all of them, like I keep on saying. So yeah. And of course, back to Knick-Knack. For something I forgot to say about Knick-Knack. I think we all know the reason why Knick-Knack had to be re-released when it was released in front of Finding Nemo back in summer of 2003. Because if you guys watched the 1989 version of Knick-Knack, then you will know it gets pretty risque. Just saying. Here's a picture if you guys don't know. So yeah. So yeah, back to Mike's New Car. I mean, I love all these things, but all these short films, but still. Back to Mike's New Car. Mike's New Car, it's a great short film. It's about Mike and Sully having problems with the car that Mike just bought. And it's one nice car. It's a very nice car. A very nice car. As Mike said in the actual Monsters Inc. movie. Yeah. And the car even made a cameo in Monsters at Work, Season 1, Episode 5, The Cover-Up. I think it was that episode. Leave it down in the comment section if I'm right or wrong. I think I'm right, though. But still. I do want a diecast of this car, you guys. This car is phenomenal. It's awesome. I mean, the whole short is awesome, but still. But yeah, and of course, after Monsters Inc., Pixar released Finding Nemo. But I've already saw the. But I already talked about the short film that played in front of. I already talked about the short film that was played in front of Finding Nemo. That, of course, being Knick Knack. Knick Knack. So yeah, which also from Knick Knack, something I forgot to say is that Knick Knack, the snowman from Knick Knack, does make a cameo in Cars, and in the two and in the 2000 and in the 2014 TV special known as Toy Story That Time Forgot. And for Tin Toy, um, Tin Toy, Tinny from Tin Toy makes a cameo in Toy Story 4. In Toy Story 4, just to throw that in there. But yeah, so after Finding Nemo, Pixar released their first ever PG rated movie back in 2004. That, of course, being The Incredibles. And now you might be wondering, Spence, was there any short film that played in front of The Incredibles back when it was in theaters? Yes, there was indeed. There was the short film there was a short film called Boundin'. 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 Boundin' originally came out in 2003, but then it was showed in theaters in front of The Incredibles in Toy Story 4. I mean, in 2004. My bad. Sorry, in 2004. Whoops. Sorry about that, y'all. So yeah, Boundin' was shown in theaters in front of The Incredibles back in November of 2004. Back when that film came in, back when The Incredibles came to theaters. So yeah, if you guys don't know what Boundin' is Boundin' is about, basically, think of it Pixar's answer to Dr. Seuss, because it has a rhyming script and all that. But Boundin' is basically about a lamb that gets sheared off and just learns to shake it off by a jackalope, by a hopping jackalope. And of course, Stan Lee from Cars makes a cameo in this short film. And I'll talk more about the short film Easter eggs in a different video. They're still awesome, but still. Yeah. But still, Boundin' is an awesome short film. Boundin' is still, like I said, another awesome short film. Also, if you guys have... Hold on a second, y'all. Again. Sorry about that, y'all. I accidentally hit stop record. But, so I'm going to have to film this video into two parts, but that's fine. Anyway, as I was saying, if you guys have the original 2006 DVD of Cars, like I have right here, that is, then if you go to the main menu of Cars, then you just have to wait until a Dynaco 400 logo appears. You click on it, and then it will show a Cars version of the short film Boundin', which is actually kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, and but when The Incredibles was first released for DVD and VHS back in spring of 2005, it did also come with a short film named after the movie, that of course being Jack Jack Attack. Jack Jack Attack, which is another great movie, a great short film. And in this short film, Jack Jack Attack, it basically tells the story of what Jack Jack was doing when in the movie The Incredibles, when Helen, aka Elastigirl, aka Mrs. Incredible, and Dash and Violet were out trying to go get Mr. Incredible, or Bob, or Par, or something like that, or any whatever you want to call him. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, Jack Jack Attack has very good, is a very good short film. It basically is like Jack Jack's time with Kari, the babysitter, who was actually supposed to be in the second Incredibles, but they deleted it. They deleted her scene. So yeah, and also, so basically the next short film that they released, the next short film was of course attached to their next feature film. That of course being, well, I just showed y'all the DVD of it. My favorite, as much as I love them, I love a lot of movies. That of course being Cars. So yeah. So their next short film was played in summer of 2006 in front of Cars. And that short film is called One Man Band. That's a tongue twister of a title, but still a great short film, regardless. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's a great short film, and if you guys don't know what One Man Band is, One Man Band is basically about two street performers, two street performers, um, two street performers trying to win a little gold coin from a little girl named Tippy. Named Tippy. So yeah, that's what One Man Band is about. It's also directed by the same guy who will later go on to direct the 2012 Pixar film Brave. So yeah, and yeah, and also, if you guys remember one of my most recent videos, then you'll know that there's also another short film on the Cars DVD and Blu-ray, of course, and that will be, of course, Mater and the Ghost Light, which I will tell you guys what the plot of Mater and the Ghost Light is. I think I already done that before in one of my most recent videos. Link in the description if you guys don't know which video I'm talking about. Wink, wink. But still, Mater and the Ghost Light is still a great short film, y'all. I love all things Pixar, but Pixar's done so many short films, so many movies, so many awesomeness. I love a lot of movies and shows in general, but Pixar's been my favorite film studio for a long time. I mean, I love a lot of movies and music and all that, so I'm going to have to split this video up into two parts, or even more than two, I don't know. But with all that being said, stay tuned for more videos. Check out more videos. I don't know what my next video is going to be. I don't know when it's going to be. And with all that being said, I'm Spencer Lee Film / World Guy. Let me know down below what y'all's favorite Pixar short film is. What y'all's favorite Pixar short is? Is it Knick Knack like mine? Or is it For the Birds like my second favorite is? Or Lotso Jr. or the Adventures of Andre and Wally B? Or let me know down below. I mean, I like I said, I love all the Pixar shorts. I love all of them, and I love all the Pixar movies. And I love all the Pixar movies. I love everything about the studio. But Pixar has made so many great short films that I can't fit it all into one video. So stay tuned when I do part 2 or part 2 and 3. I don't know. So stay tuned for more. Check out more. Let me know down below in the comment section what y'all's favorite Pixar film and short is. And I'll see you guys in the next video, wherever it shall be. Because I'm Spencer Lee Film / World Guy. Thank you for watching. And I'm Spencer Lee Film / World Guy. Signing off.